Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Game Society Pimps podcast. I'm Aaron.
I'm Adam.
I'm Emre.
I'm Jason.
And we had a lot of fun doing the first two, and it seemed like you guys got into it a little bit, so we're going to do a couple more. Today we're going to start out with death, which is always what we like to do on a podcast.
Yeah.
Get the nasty, horrible, depressing things right out in the beginning.
Yeah.
Terry Pratchett, author of many, many extraordinary novels, dies of Alzheimer's. Very sad.
Yeah.
He's had Alzheimer's for a while. Oddly enough, one of our friends, Brad Knight, did an improv show for him a few years back.
Really?
And a lot of the he ended up doing like some jokes about like diseases that like Alzheimer's. And Terry Pratchett was totally fine with it. He was just like, "That's awesome," and I loved it.
Oh.
The fans were like, "No!" But Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, I wasn't at that show, but I remember hearing about it, and I obviously I don't know a whole lot about Terry Pratchett because I don't.
You don't read.
I don't read ever.
Yeah.
But
Funny thing about Jason, he's illiterate completely.
Yeah, I have to have books on tape.
He's not illiterate. He's
Meaningless.
he's illiterate, which means he reads.
I get that confused.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about Terry Pratchett, other than that he was an author, is that he actually had 2 video games on the Sega Saturn, based on Discworld, which I guess was a book of his.
It's a
right?
series. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
he had 2 of them: Discworld and Discworld 2: Missing Presumed.
Did you get to play the luggage in either of them?
I have no idea. I'm not saying I played them. I'm just saying they exist.
Didn't one of them take place in a post office?
I just told you I don't know. All I know is they were only released in Europe for some reason.
Well,
Because we wouldn't get it here.
the world is much sadder with his passing. Really amazing author, and I loved the concept, especially of the disc world, and where it takes place.
Can you explain it briefly for people who might not know?
Well, the disc world takes place. It's like it's actual disc world, but it's on the back of a turtle, which I believe is on top of an elephant. They'll clear this up in the comments because my memory's a little sketchy right now. But if I remember correctly, that was the order of the animals.
It sounds silly, but it's actually one of the most celebrated science fiction series of all time.
And in terms of theology, how much crazier is Christianity, really, than that?
Sure. Yeah.
So the
Unsub.
Hey, I grew up Catholic, all right? I know all about that
it's
stuff.
fine,
Yeah.
So is the disc world like its own ecosystem type of thing, kind of like the Halo and Halo?
Seems so, right?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean it's a world.
Except it's on a turtle's back.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's kind of like Tasmania. We know it's not real, but we still appreciate the stories.
I have been to Tasmania. It's very real.
No, not real.
It's an island south of Australia. I've been there.
Not real.
Wait, what animal's back is it on?
Tasmania's
Australia.
Oh, it's on the devil's back.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, that's nice. If anyone in Tasmania is watching this, unsub.
I know. Hey, I know you exist. I've seen you.
Oh my God, we're being so American right now.
Yes.
Not me.
American.
I'm talking about other than
I'm not American. I just have a big stupid beard.
You know who's extremely American? Morgan Freedom.
Oh yes.
Yes, he's unaffiliated with any political party. He doesn't do a talk show either.
Well,
'cause
let Morgan tell us. Morgan should tell us.
he goes door to door and he doesn't believe in electricity, so he knocks.
doesn't believe in what.
He just believes in freedom. Not Tasmania.
Yeah.
Not electricity.
Excuse me, would you like to come outside and wrestle me in the yard because we have the freedom to do that in America?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Morgan Freedom. Perhaps you've seen me in your neighborhood.
Are you selling something?
I'm not selling anything. I'm helping you enjoy your freedom.
You just want to wrestle.
Or do whatever you want to do. Would you like to dig through a garbage can with me? Or run down the street hitting a ring with a stick like children in the Charles Dickens novels?
Who?
Charo Dickens.
Never read any of his novels.
No, it's a woman. Charo.
Oh.
Coochie coochie.
Okay.
I have to go now.
Well, what about the wrestling? I would do that.
It's too late.
Okay. All right.
It's time for bacon.
You lost your chance at Morgan Freedom.
I did.
Was that the weird guy who lives down the street with no power?
Yes.
Yep. He's either Amish or Eskimo. I don't know which.
This is my wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're illegal.
wow. No, that's fine.
How you doing?
Let freedom ring. I have to go. Bye. And then he leaves your porch and he goes down and he crawls under it.
Shelter.
He just goes there.
I like Morgan Freedom.
I do too. He's a good guy.
Well, speaking of gay couples, apparently.
Yeah.
Moving on. Star Wars is going to be introducing, apparently, their first gay character. It's going to be in an upcoming book called The Lords of the Sith.
Wait, their second gay character.
No.
Not exactly. This is where it actually gets interesting. So it's a lesbian they're introducing in a story called Lords of the Sith, but because Disney wiped out all of the expanded universe content, it is now officially the first gay character, even though that's not technically true. There was one, but Disney erased it.
Oh,
Jar Jar?
Jar. That's what I was thinking for sure.
I would think that Jar Jar was asexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of lacked a sexual identity.
Yeah, I don't see him smoking any Gungan cock either. So
I don't know. You see the way he was looking at that big fat Gungan guy? There was
Boss
something-
Nass?
Yeah, there's something going on between Boss Nass and Jar Jar.
yeah,
you
he got
know,
him banished.
for a second or two, I was like,
Lovers quarrel.
Oh, right.
for a second or two, I was like, well, what about Yoda? You know, he goes off to this isolated planet. Maybe he was dealing with some issues and didn't want to like let people know, you know, of his issues. But then again, when Yoda was younger, he probably got laid daily
By who?
Oh, yeah, totally.
By what?
whoever he wanted.
By that guy with a really long, skinny neck.
Goes right up in the...
He was like so cool, man. Like, who wouldn't want to screw Yoda?
Yeah.
Even if he was green and small and weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh, good. You don't want to fuck a Muppet. All right.
No, I'm not a puppet fucker.
Well, you know, the other...
Wait, there's one thing about the Force that I just need to get off my chest here.
Mm-hmm.
If you use the Force in a bad way, you could actually use it to get people to have sex with you. I'm just saying.
You can mind control
You
somebody.
could just be like, you do want to have sex with me, despite the fact that I'm ugly and middle-aged.
This is the cock you're looking for.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, Jabba was able to get women, presumably. He had to,
by chaining
he
them
had to
up.
chain
Yeah,
them.
that's
Yeah.
bondage, yeah.
But still, you know.
I don't really think that Jabba used women for that purpose. I think
I
they
don't
were
think he
kind of like
could.
decorative. Yeah.
I mean, he was basically a giant turd, so he couldn't do
He had
that.
a big toilet that he would go get laid in.
Yeah.
I bet there's like 1 million hardcore Star Wars fans watching this. Being like,
Unsub.
how do they not know that Jabba's got a prehensile penis 16 feet long that is coiled underneath him that he uses to impregnate Leia?
His Slush's crumb was his penis.
Oh,
It was
there you go.
detached.
Oh,
Salacious
yeah.
crumb. Yep.
Detachable, and it would laugh at all his jokes.
That's a perfect penis.
Well, the thing I find interesting about this is I'm wondering if this is actually going to be like a plot relevant thing, because when you think about it, in Star Wars, very few characters' sexuality actually matters. Like
True.
Right.
The Glee Lars, Luke's uncle and aunt, were about the only couple in Star Wars, other than Leia's adopted parents, and like that's it. Like everybody else didn't have an interest in sex throughout that whole saga.
Well, except Leia and Han, of course.
Well,
Yeah,
and
okay,
sort
and
of,
arguably Luke.
Sort of Luke and
Yeah.
and Han. And
But, like,
Leia.
Luke
And Han. Yeah. A lot of
There's
sexual
definitely
tension between Chewie too.
There's got to be a lot of fanfic there.
Well,
yeah.
and the Ewoks were dancing around together, but it was so tough to tell the men from the women. That
That's true.
The males from the females, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
You have to assume that the new plot's going to involve two sisters who don't know they're sisters, and they're gonna like get all hot and heavy, and then you're gonna find out, oh, they're sisters, and they'll be so embarrassed.
That's-
Just to keep with the spirit of Star
Of course.
Wars.
This is
Of course.
oddly reminiscent of Skyrim for Pimp Season 1.
No, a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
We are inspired by the imaginary scenarios in Star Wars that we create.
I can't wait until this story comes out and then our series gets accused of ripping it off.
Yeah, that
I'm sure
probably
that'll be
will
fun.
happen.
No. I always thought that C-3PO and R2-D2 were gay as well. You know,
Yeah, that's...
as far as robots go.
Well,
Well,
see, that's a lot of assumption. This is
It
just
is.
a flat out
It is.
thing.
So like it's gonna be made there's gonna be a big deal made about it. I guess.
I don't
You know?
I don't
Is
know
that-
beyond what was posted. Apparently,
Well, you know what? Unless it's relevant to the story, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
really
it never should.
I agree.
No.
I mean, it sort of does human kind of disservice to point that out and to throw that in as a device on its own.
Yeah.
I think you can have the story, and then it's almost better to say, well, that's just who they are. That's what does that matter?
Yeah, as long as it's not like, look at us, look what we're doing. We're being special and like showing you this weird thing that shouldn't exist, but it does because we're good and we're edgy.
Yeah,
like.
Well, but there's nothing edgy about it now.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, 2015, like who cares really? So I don't know. Good work.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good that's happening.
All right.
All right, but I'm not done because what?
New topic. So PAX East just happened a little bit ago, and one of the games that was revealed was an indie game that I'm very excited about. It's called Upsilon Circuit. And what makes this game so cool is that it's a massively multiplayer online RPG that only has one server, and only 8 people can play on that server. But anybody else who has the game can watch those 8 people play it. And then once you die, if you're one of those 8 people playing, you cannot become a player again. Ever. Yeah.
But you can still watch.
But you can still watch.
Okay.
Yes. And not only, because the difference is they call the people who are playing the game contestants. And then all the other people who are watching, audience, right?
But what's cool is that the contestants can actually engage in the game a little bit by helping choose like what monsters.
You mean the audience?
The audience, yes.
The audience essentially has almost like a dungeon master kind of role.
Oh wow.
Where they, can affect the monsters and the traps. And they can apparently even affect the players themselves, the contestants, I mean. They can change what skills they have and do that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it seems like potentially a lot of fun.
I think it sounds like a lot of fun. I think it's a really smart move by the people who are making the game because it's obviously going to get a lot of attention. Being the first time, anything basically like this has been done as far as I know.
Sounds a little bit like the Hunger Games. You got your bubble and everybody's watching, and then you've got your contestants and you can send them shit.
Yeah.
Right. Send them, poison fog to peel their skin off. And,
Yeah.
Cool.
It's been compared to the Hunger Games. It's also been compared to Twitch Plays Pokemon. You guys remember
Yeah,
that?
that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was this experiment where Twitch Plays Pokemon was this experiment where somebody was able to program a Pokemon game, one of the original Pokemon games for the Game Boy. And they put it online, and they programmed it so that anybody watching the stream could press buttons on the keyboard and it would affect what happens in the game. So it was actually like thousands of people playing the exact same game at the same time, which led to mainly the character spinning around in circles and doing fucking nothing. But eventually they beat the entire game over the course of, I don't remember how long, a couple months maybe. And it kind of proved that this type of thing, audience participation game, is totally possible and people actually enjoy doing it.
It just needs to be
Yeah.
more focused than
Exactly.
pushing a button and all spinning in circles.
And I really wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a wave of entertainment for the future where people not only are they just watching things on TV, but they actually are engaging, becoming a part of it as they're being entertained by whatever's happeing in the game.
Is that theory behind American Idol?
Well, American Idol, kind of, because you cast your vote or whatever, and the person with the most votes gets through. But when you have a little bit more interactivity where you can influence the environment that those people are competing in, then things get really interesting. And I think the only frustrating thing about this for me is hearing these people can watch a video game being played, influence the video game, wait their turn to play it, and then we still have abysmal voter turnout. You're willing to, I can make this guy spin around in a circle, but fuck voting.
I bet Morgan Freedom would have something to say about that.
I need to come inside your house and inspect underneath the drain pipe.
I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm playing a game where I'm watching some people play online.
You son of a bitch. I'm out here with the tin snips. I'm going to cut through your power cables.
Oh,
Which you don't believe.
Is it voting day? Honey, I think we forgot to vote because we were playing this game.
I'm lighting your house on fire.
What?
With matches.
Morgan Freedom, why would you light our house on fire?
To initiate a response.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, we go over to you.
Okay, so they have finally announced a Zoolander sequel. The internet is pretty excited about that. The way they introduced it was actually pretty interesting. If you haven't seen Zoolander, what the hell, go see it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's all over the place. That movie is primarily about fashion models, played by Ben Stiller and...
Owen.
Well, there's only one fashion model played by Ben Stiller.
It wasn't done.
Okay.
Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, fashion models.
Okay.
Okay, and so they have to like solve a crime or whatever. And now this one, I'm not gonna go over the whole first movie. It's pointless. But anyway, so the way they announced the second one is there was an actual fashion show in Paris, and the two of them showed up in character to basically model some clothing, and that's how they announced the second movie formally. And apparently, it's got almost the entire original cast, including Will Ferrell, will be back in it.
Awesome.
And frankly, I'm really excited about it because I really liked that movie, and it took forever for a sequel for that to get made.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller walked down the runway and then he went out in the audience, and some dude stood up and was like taking a selfie of himself with Ben Stiller in the background, and Ben Stiller grabbed his phone and started taking selfies of himself.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a selfie. It wasn't a photo. It was actually a Vine. You know, you can find that Vine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I'm not excited about it. Let me tell you why. I think there are better Ben Stiller movies that could have done with a sequel. Mystery Men.
There's no funding for that.
Oh, come on.
Mystery Man.
William H. Macy.
That was a great movie. Don't get me
Janine
wrong.
Garofalo, Ben Stiller.
It bombed hard.
Of course it did. But I think there's better appreciation now for something like that. And if you're going to make a movie for the sake of making movies for art, that's a better movie than Zoolander. I just don't, they made an Anchorman 2, and it was full of well-known comedic actors and actresses, and I just could not fathom it. Like 3/4 of the way through it, I'm like, I can't watch this anymore.
Oh, you stopped 3/4 of the way?
It's the exact, well, maybe I was closer to the end, but it was the exact same movie with the repetition of the same fucking bits. Like, you guys are some of the most talented comedic actors and actresses in fucking Hollywood, and you presumably wrote this, but you wrote it, it's like the same fucking script. You just added some extra words to it. And
yeah,
it was a waste of talent, and it was a waste of my time. I just did not like Anchorman 2.
Certainly not going to... I mean, a sequel like that's never going to break the same ground that it broke the first time. It can't. But there is sort of an element that feels like, cash in on the first movie's success a little bit. But also, I'm sure that the people involved in the movie were just like, it'll be really fun. We'll have a good time doing it.
Sure.
The script is funny, basically, we'll improvise some stuff and have a good time. And, but it's not gonna do the same thing the first movie did because that's impossible.
Well, this reminds me of the thing we were talking about last time about the rehashes versus, the re-releases or whatever. These are essentially just rehashing the same thing, and I don't see a problem with that. I want to see Anchorman 2 because I want to basically see Anchorman 1, but I've already seen it a million fucking times, so I want to see something slightly different, but also the same.
What if that same cast or similar cast made a new movie that was, more groundbreaking, more interesting, even funnier than an Anchorman 2?
I would love to see that one as well.
And that's what I'm saying. Why not make a different movie?
Right.
I mean, you had the same damn thing with Hangover 1, 2, and 3. 1 was great. 2 was like, guys, really? You got a monkey instead of a baby now. Wonderful. And 3, I might as well have just gotten a colonic. That was the...
Well, you did. You went to the movie, right?
I didn't go to it.
Oh, okay, but you saw it.
I stole it.
Morgan Freedom, did you see Hangover 3?
No, I don't believe in electricity. I was looking at some old photographs and drinking some shoebox wine.
The thing that I'm excited about Zoolander 2 is that movie grew in popularity well after it was released. And the reason it didn't really get much traction is it was released 3 days after 9/11, and nobody wanted to go see a comedy that took place in New York at that point. So that movie just kind of flew under the radar for years, and now it's finally gotten some respect. So I'm kind of glad it's getting a sequel.
So what you're saying is that Mystery Men 2 might actually happen.
The reason Mystery Men 1 didn't do so well at the box office is that it was released. And people weren't interested in seeing a movie.
I remember the reviews said that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I just wasn't in the mood to see a movie tonight. And so, meh.
All right, moving on. There are apparently 2 new Ghostbusters movies in the works. Adam?
As a lot of people already know, they announced an all-female cast version with, I think it was Kristen Wiig and some other people who were going to be the Ghostbusters. And then the internet had very mixed reviews on that. And just recently, Sony Pictures announced they're doing yet another Ghostbusters movie, a separate franchise apparently, at the same time with an all-male cast.
Wow.
So they're going to essentially have 2 different Ghostbusters franchises. It looks like competing with each other. As far as I can tell, they're not in the same. They're not connected.
What do you mean by competing with each
Like,
other?
imagine like if there was a whole different subset of Star Wars movies that had nothing to do with the current set, and they were fighting each other at the box office.
Seems like a lose-lose.
But that's like saying that like because Thor comes out, it's competing with Captain America.
No, because those are the same. They're part of the same storyline that are building up to something. These apparently have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, but nobody's going to be like, I saw the female Ghostbusters, so I'm not going to watch the male Ghostbusters.
I'm just saying, it's weird.
I don't think they're going to be competing with each other. But I think I know what you're saying, which is like, why not have them be either the same fucking movie or be at least in the same universe together?
I'm not saying either of those things. I'm just acknowledging what appears to be the case, is that we're getting 2 different Ghostbusters movies, and there seem to be 2 different franchises that aren't linked, and they presumably are both going to have sequels that have nothing to do with the other series.
You know, I'm in a in a weird way. I'm kind of excited about this because we're gonna be able to see what happens when all the Ghostbusters are women, and you're gonna be able to see what happens if they do another one that's, you know, where they're all men and it's sort of more like the original, although we don't know it'll actually be like the original. But not that I'm saying they should compete, but I think it's like if one of them is good, then we win, you know? It's like 2 chances to get the next Ghostbusters movie right, and I'm kind of fine with that.
One thing we do know is that Ivan Reitman, the creator of the originals, is more in favor of the all-male version of this, which is unfortunate because it is now making this whole thing into a weird political statement, which is supposed to be a comedy about catching ghosts.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we take no position on, quite frankly.
Yeah, we don't care about ghosts one way or the other.
Yeah,
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yep, see?
I'm going to watch whichever one Bill Murray's in.
Probably neither.
Yeah, it's not going to be in either of them.
I'd rather watch Bill Murray sitting on a chair for 2 hours.
Would you
reading a magazine or eating a snack, or Bill Murray comparing treadmills on the internet,
or singing about Jaws.
Singing about Jaws. He doesn't even have to. He doesn't even have to try. Bill Murray in an elevator for 5 minutes, reading a Post-it note.
So here are your options: the all-male Ghostbusters thing, the all-female Ghostbusters things, or the Garfield remakes with Bill Murray. What are you going for?
Look.
Christopher Walken?
Guys, come on, it's Bill Murray. You gotta go where your bread is buttered, Adam. Ghostbusters, girls, women, menses, come on. It's messy business. Ghosts get slimed. Garfield's a cat, poops in a box. It's crazy.
Chris, what the fuck are you talking about?
Chris is dying.
I think so.
There's a dog lives outside my house. It's always digging up my radishes.
Oh, that's Morgan Freedom's dog.
Morgan Freedom's dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna report him.
Hey, it's his right.
Actually, I think it's just Morgan Freedom, not his dog. Underneath your house, digging up your radishes.
He doesn't believe.
Oh yeah,
in gardening.
yeah, that actually is Morgan Freedom.
Damn it! I gotta put some little poisons out or something, trap for him or something.
All right, well, something you said actually gave me a brilliant idea for a movie. Garfield minus Garfield, the movie.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Cut out that stupid fucking cat and just have Bill Murray flossing and complaining to an invisible Garfield.
Oh my god.
Bill Murray voiced Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Then you'd have a whole movie with Breckin Meyer.
He plays John Arbuckle in my version.
This time haven't played John Arbuckle. Garfield died years ago, and he's just by himself, but he still acts like Garfield is there.
What if it's Garfield, but without the animated, the CGI cat? It's Bill Murray.
In a cat costume.
No cat costume, just as himself, sitting there. I think that I would love that.
That would be good.
Well, all right.
great.
Anyway, to summarize this particular topic, there are no Ghostbusters sequels. There is only Zool. Those of you who subscribe to us on Subbable.com, we wanted to let you know that Subbable is merging with Patreon. You can go to this video, click right along the bottom of your screen to get all the information about the move. You're going to want to go cash out all your Subbable stuff if you have anything there. And I explain it all in this video. Go support us on Patreon. It's going to be really awesome, and they're actually going to match our donations 1 for 1. Any amount of money that you donate, say it's $10, they're going to pay another $10 for like the first month or so. So if you get in right away on Patreon, not only are the rewards, but they're also going to match all your donations. So help us move over to Patreon successfully. Keep doing the pimp-ish things that we do for this channel.
Pimpish.
Is it Patreon? Isn't it Patreon?
Or Patreon.
I don't know.
I don't seem to
look,
care.
I listened to the Gilbert Gottfried podcast.
And he said,
Not many people listen to the Gilbert Gottfried podcast, but you should check it out. It's really fun.
Why? Why wouldn't they?
That's part of it, I guess. but I love it. It's a really good podcast. And he is on Patreon.
Can he explain
and
it to
he says
us?
Patreon.
can he explain to us how he pronounces
Not
that?
without damaging his voice again.
Oh, okay. He says what, Patreon?
Patreon is what he says.
See, 'cause
I don't think it matters.
Patronage is how I think the root of that comes
Patronage. Or you're a patron of the arts.
But I think it's pronounced both ways.
So either way works. I think
Great.
Patreon sounds
Valuable
better.
discussion. Anyway, watch this video and you can get all the information. And thank you guys for all you've done. The reason we keep making videos is because of you.
And you.
And you.
Oh, and you. I almost forgot you behind the
Not you, though.
thing.
You.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Not you.
This next topic is regarding Jason and his voices. Those of you who watch our channel know that he does the voice of Obama, Christopher Walken, Morgan Freeman, all kinds of celebrity voices for videos on our channel and Machinima. And he also has his own website where people can go and hire him to do voices for whatever their projects are. And I believe you have a submission form where people can send you the questions and things that they want to know about.
Yes, if somebody wants to contact me, there's a form and it says, give me your name, give me your email address, tell me about your project, and then because I do a lot of corporate work and I do a lot of natural voice stuff, so it's not
all impressions.
It's mostly not impressions now, but that I have a little line on there that says budget. Tell me what your budget is, and because of the videos I do with you guys, I get a lot of people emailing me, either who are very young, they're fans of the stuff we do, or they're maybe English is second language to them, or
they're just incredibly dumb.
Or some of them are dumb. Some of them are really dumb.
So for your entertainment, we present some of the communications that Jason has received.
So from Brendan, under "Tell me about your project," he just writes "troll," and his budget for the project is 0. So that's gone.
Is that all he said, though?
That's all he said. Now I don't respond to like a vast majority of those things. Like I won't even respond because typically if I send an email back, I don't get any other response. So why bother? Why would I spend my time responding to them?
Now that guy was kind of interesting because you know exactly what was going on. That guy wasn't a child. He wasn't stupid. He was trolling, and he was very courteous to let you know.
He wants to troll, and he wants to use celebrity impersonations to troll. I get it.
You deduced that from the 2 words that troll and $0.
That was
Yes, you figured it all out.
and delete. And then it was,
That was the 3rd word.
that was the 3rd one. So Tristan sends me an email. Tristan says, "Hi, I would like to purchase or download one of these voiced, VOICED. How do I do that?" And then I actually, this is when I responded to. I said, "I'm a voice actor, which is to say I make the voices with my physical person, so there's no voice to purchase or download. And then he sends the thing back, so I guess I am just retarded. I am looking for a voice changer, he says.
To make you sound like Christopher Walken, as if something like that could possibly.
That comes up all the time in every video we do with him in it. Like, where do I download the voice changer you use?
Yeah.
It's like,
I want to sound like
he's
Obama.
an actor.
How do I convert the way I say my words into the way Obama would say them?
Well, you change the shape of your fucking head. do some stuff with your mouth and practice for 20 years, and who knows?
But isn't there a machine that can just convert my words into Obama?
Yeah, I thought that was just an app you download.
I saw it in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's there. You can't email me for it. But. This guy's. I'm a YouTuber trying to get up top. Can I have Peter Griffin? By the way.
What?
I don't know. He's trying to get up top. Man.
He is.
Can't blame
Peter
him.
Griffin to get there.
Jacob says, "I need it fast." He doesn't even tell me. I need it fast. Sam, I love this one. Sam says, "Can you say this like Morgan Freeman and send it to my email, please?" And then he has a sentence there. And it's actually, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world made of plastic. I'm so fantastic. Which isn't the actual lyrics to the Aqua song, by the way. And then under budget for the project, he says, "Oh, am I supposed to pay you? Nah."
Wait, okay, so can you actually read it like Morgan Freeman now?
No, because
you wanna
he
give it
said
to-
nah.
He'd
He's not gonna pay me.
He'd
He
sample
probably
this and
would.
steal it.
He doesn't get it.
But I can, tell you what, you say it like Morgan Freeman, and while you're doing that, the whole time I'm going to make weird noises, so it's unusable. It's like having a watermark.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world made of plastic. I'm so fantastic. There you go. What a waste of
That is a vocal watermark. That
yeah. Henry says, "Can I have a voice impression of the Family Guy household just minding their own business?" I don't have a script as I don't watch the show. I just know people love it.
Well, what does a house sound like minding its own business?
It's a household, you know.
It's like the air conditioner pops on.
I would like you to create and produce an episode of The Simpsons for me and my family to enjoy, please.
Do you have a script?
$0.
Do you have a script? No, I don't watch it. I just know that people like it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't actually like the show, and I don't care about whatever you do.
James says, "Hi, I need this ASAP as soon as possible." Okay, thanks. Again, doesn't really tell me.
What did he think he
I
was
don't know.
doing?
This John says, "I want to sound like Obama."
Good for you, John.
goal.
Bryden says, "Suck my ass." I get those sometimes.
People think, but this comes up a lot, and especially in the Obama ones. People think you're actually him, and that they can contact you, and then that will somehow get to Obama's front desk. It's amazing.
I don't
those
know.
comments.
I mean, I'm probably on a list somewhere, so maybe it does, but I don't know. Noah says, "I want a bunch of Obama voiceovers. I believe that we can use your voice over and over and market it to some of my customers." He spells customers with an I. "I currently own a recording studio in LA and know people who would pay to use your voiceovers. His current budget, $1 million. Delete.
Wait, I think he actually meant cuss timers.
Cuss timers.
Yeah,
His
people
cuss
who
timers.
time cussing.
Yeah, could be. This guy Scott says, "I wanted to prank an old job I was at. The owner dicked me out of a lot of money, so I might as well do something to get a laugh or two out of it. What's your budget?" "I don't really have one."
Because he got dicked out of his money.
"Well, why dick me out of money?"
Lost his job.
No wonder you got dicked out of your money there, buddy. Daniel says, "Brock Obama voice." Brock with a B-R-O-C-K on it.
What would Brock Obama sound like?
"Get me some more Fritos when you're out, daggdammit woman." Bah.
I think he would still say,
Fish tits.
Say that. I was thinking he would also say like my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans, I can't believe my last name is Obama. I keep getting mail for that guy that I don't like.
Now give me the fish tits.
Fish tits. Give me them fish tits. Woman, get cooking on them fish titties. I'm a hungry Jack.
Hungry Brock.
Hungry Brock needs his fish titties.
That was Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, famed philanthropist.
Who loves breaded fish titties.
Fish titty enthusiast.
Now here's what, and I've only gotten like one or two of these sorts of things, but this is really kind of a weird thing. Isaac says, "I want you to come to my birthday party. I'm 13 years old. In November I'll be 14, and all my friends are going to be there. And I've watched all your videos with the Game Society Limps channel." Limps, yes. It's I think the P is right next to the L in his defense, and he's still got some growing up to do.
He's
there.
only 13.
He's probably hit the wrong key. His fingers have puberty in them.
Actually, his computer probably has settings on it that don't allow him to type the word pimps.
That's
Yeah,
true.
could be. I don't have any money, but I can give you $10 if you want. Where are you getting the money? If you don't got any money, you're gonna give me $10.
Oh, he probably dicked that other guy out of his
He
$10.
dicked that other guy out of the money. It would be the best birthday present I have ever received if you came. I'm located in Fresno, so I'll give you the address if you want to come. P.S. I would love you to do a Morgan Freeman voice. And then his budget is $10. Get that done there. And then, like, I don't think I even emailed him back. I was just sort of like, this has Chris Hansen written all over it. Like, I'm here for the 13-year-old kid's birthday party. I flew in, to Fresno to get surprise Morgan Freeman, and then Chris Hansen like closes the door behind you. Have a seat. Have a seat. Do you know who I am?
You spent $1,500 to earn 10.
And then you'd just be like, no, I'm Morgan Freedom.
I'm Morgan Freedom. And I'd run out the door under the porch. They'd never find me. They'd taser me under the porch. Send the tasers through the.
Oh man.
So there you go. That's fine. I don't get as many of these as I used to, which is not an invitation to send me 100 of them, but
Thousands are coming in now.
yeah, well, they all end
Spread
up
the
in
word.
They all end up
Do
in
it.
the same place.
Spam folder.
My fellow Americans, as individuals on this planet, we have a need for shelter and warmth. Protection from the elements comes in the shape of t-shirts. And for the Game Society pimps, these t-shirts come in a big damn box.
That's right. We now have T-shirts due to the demands of our fans. We created a store, and they sent us some samples. And
Yeah!
we're gonna unbox those right now. I'm using Sting to unbox Sting the letter opener.
There will be a link in the description in this video if you are interested in getting any of these t-shirts.
Yes, there is.
And the
And
greatest
more.
thing about these T-shirts is that they were designed by fans.
They were. All of them
Oh.
were. If you're a fan and you want to make a T-shirt design and then get it made for yourself, you can go to this site and do that. You can make your own designs, and other people can get your designs.
We're trying this
as well.
crazy thing where we're pretty much okaying like every single design that's
Yeah.
submitted.
Yep.
So there's tons of shirts.
And we don't like this is for you guys because we don't really make we make virtually nothing off of this, but we just wanted people to have T-shirts, and so and I think they're awesome. Like obviously here, check that
Oh,
out.
wow. That's a frightening t-shirt.
Here.
For fans of Adam's Disney adventures.
You can get me torturing Aaron.
He's tormenting the Aaron Yonda.
You sick people.
There's the GSP crew.
Nice.
This is a 7 Days to Die awesome design made by Roy Stoyer.
Oh,
Roy Stoyer did like half of the ones up there.
It's true. Remember back when we used to live down in the cave? There you go. That's the awesomest.
Yep.
More 7 Days to Die. I'm gonna be walking around with a shirt with my own face on it because I'm cool.
So
like that.
here's me as a gaming zombie.
Now there's a lot of different options for like colors and stuff
Yeah.
on the shirts. So
I in hindsight, I probably would have selected a gray background.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make the same mistake Adam did.
I fucked up.
This is Foon and Astrid on blue. I believe this is going to be mine because I ordered the blue one.
Don't talk about that one yet.
Don't talk about that one yet.
Don't
asshole.
talk about that one yet.
Because we're gonna want to group all those together. So
Yeah.
those.
Stop
Okay.
fucking up.
Okay.
Put them under the.
Sorry.
No, put all these together. Look at that. Upload to Connect Share.
Designed by
Right.
Ashley Bauer.
Ashley Bauer made that one. Yep.
Ashley Bauer's pretty awesome.
She's cool. More 7 Days to Die. Really
Yeah.
fucking like this design.
This is also
Yeah.
7 Days to Die, obviously. Roy Stoyer.
A lot of fucking 7 Days to Die fans.
You look
Yep.
like Ben Folds on that shirt.
Do I?
A little bit. Doesn't he look like he looks like Ben
sure.
Folds on there?
I
Ben
should
Folds.
be holding a brick.
And then we have our most popular design, so much so that all three of us each wanted one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this design.
I'm the Archmage,
Bitch.
bitch. I got mine on cream. I recommend this cream yellow design.
I got it on asphalt, aka gray. I recommend it in
That's
That's
asphalt.
pretty good.
I got it on red. I recommend it for red.
I'm wearing
He
a
red commends it.
blue T-shirt
You
with
red nice.
nothing on
Emre
it.
should really make that joke.
Too late. Well, thanks for joining us for another podcast. This one was longer. I hope you enjoyed that.
I hope you enjoy it longer.
And don't avoid leaving comments. Tell us all about what's going on in your lives and what you think about all these topics in the comments. And we will get to reading them.
Maybe we'll do an opinion section. People leave comments and we read some comments at some point. Or
Yeah,
good
maybe.
questions.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some good subject questions. Maybe we'll put them in here at some
Yeah,
point.
so just leave all kinds of stuff in the comments because we're gonna start using those in these videos.
All right, so we're doing a little bit of a contest here. This is a Game Society Pimps postcard. We will sign this and mail it to you, whoever you are, the winner. And all you have to do is write a subject piece in the comments of this video. And if we like it and we decide to talk about it, which we will also do, we also mail this to you for free, autographed by all four of us.
Mm-hmm.
International shipping included.
Sign that, Jason.
What a hassle.
So anyway, thanks again for joining us. Watch. There's a show that I do on Blame Society Films. Jason does the voices for it. It is called Celebrity Snake Oil. And I don't know if you've heard of the game Snake Oil, but we sort of improvise characters and scenes from celebrities. We sort of improvise celebrities and character stuff in these, and then they get animated by Tithinian, who you may know because he has his own channel of awesome animations. He's animated some of Game Society Pimps' stuff.
Including the Disney stuff.
Yes. So check that out. It's on the Blame Society Films channel. There's going to be a link along the bottom the whole time that I'm talking about it, and hope you like it.
Yay!
You can also follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/Adam Koralik. If you like unboxings like this one, that's like all I do.
Except he gets really excited about.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Everything.
passionate. I'm not like him. Like, who got a shirt? Here's another shirt.
I'm pretty sure I didn't do that.
Here's a third
I
shirt.
never did that.
And you can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Jason Stevens on Twitter.
And you can follow me at my house if you figure out where I live.
Yes, you should do that. Wait,
The address
no.
will be posted in the
Don't.
description.
No, it won't.
It will.
Stay away from Emery's
Even
house.
if he edits this out, the address is going in the description.
not.
Comments. Put it in the comments.
Emery's house.
Emery lives in the basement.
He does with a
I
cat.
do. I
Two
do live in the
cats.
basement. Yeah.
There used to be 2 cats.
I'm a cat person.